Hello everyone. Welcome you all in new episode of Rachnaye and Rachnakar. Today we are going to have a conversation with Apoorva Ravi. She is a poet, a mental health activist and mental health advocate. She loves traveling. She adores her cats and dog, and above all she is a music enthusiast also. So let's welcome Apoorva. Hi Apoorva.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you now?
I'm great. I'm doing good.
So, Apurva, this journey as a writer and as an author, how it started? What is the inspiring force which make you interested in writing and started writing as a full-time writer as well as working on a book and all?
Sure. So I started writing poems from my school time, like when I was 16 years old, I started writing poems.
Hmm.
So from then I have been writing. And also one of my poems got published in a newspaper.
Hmm.
That made me very happy and it further motivated me. Later, one of my friend called Ishita, she told me that you write poems really well.
Hmm.
So why don't you start an Instagram page of that?
Hmm.
So through that, I started putting all my poems on an Instagram page called Meandering Soul.
Hmm.
So there, all my poetries are there. And afterwards, I also felt a need to tell my story.
Hmm. Hmm.
My story on like my different perceptions, different emotions, and all that. So I wrote my first story called Ahana.
Hmm.
It is about a small snippet of my life itself.
Hmm.
On when I was in school, when I was in school itself, yeah,
Hmm.
and also in college. So in first PUC it was centered around that.
Hmm.
So that was my first story. So later, and I afterwards, I have now captured my book. In my book, I have written about my mental health journey as well.
Hmm.
This is the book, so wherein I have written about my mental health journey. So it's called My Odyssey.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Okay. Hmm.
right.
So
So
tell us this about this book more. Means how? What is the inspiration for this book, and what is the in mental health, as you said. So what is the core of this book?
sure. So I was diagnosed with psychotic depression in school, in college,
Hmm.
and this book is around my mental health journey.
Hmm.
It is around that my struggle and my like successes and also my learnings.
Hmm.
That is the core of this book. Also poetry. I like as poetry is my favorite way of expression. So this book is sprinkled with anecdotes of my life along with poems. So that is the core. Shall I read a few lines from the book? Would it be good?
Yeah, definitely. Our listeners, our viewers will definitely want to listen your some lines from your books.
Sure, sure. So I'll just read a poem on acceptance. Like this is the book of an important poem of my book. So I just read that poem and then I read a couple of lines.
Hmm.
So this poem is called Acceptance. I have often struggled with acceptance. Acceptance of my mental illness. Accept that it's okay to take medicines. Accept that it was initially given without consent. Accept that the doctor who broke it to me blamed me. Accept that mental illness is still looked at with a diagnostic lens, where the onus of recovery is on the person, where the person is often blamed and the caregivers pitied. Yes, I struggled with it. I struggled to accept that my struggle was kept a secret from the desk, that I had only a few channels of outlet, and left at the mercy of medication and exercise. They said focus on work and improve yourself. Be productive and rest will be fine. But was being productive the end goal? Wasn't my voice important? They thought I was being stubborn, but I was just coming to terms with myself. All mental health patients are initially reluctant, said the medical professionals. But is force the solution? Should people not be given to reconcile with their situation? Oh, but time is money, they said. Time should not be wasted lest your academic career is impacted. They cried, they pitied, but were not empathetic. They said they understand, but did they really? Not then, but maybe now they have understood me. I'm glad that they listened now, understood me and my situation, and gave me a space to heal, a space to cry out, a space to just be me. Yeah, so
Wow,
this is a
wonderful.
important.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, you are telling something about your book once again.
Yeah, yeah. So this is a poem which I've written about when I was reflecting back upon my mental health journey.
Mhm.
So, and I thought it's important to share with the readers here. And so my book, as I can tell you, it has such poems sprinkled along with anecdotes, as I said.
Mhm.
And so the chapters around the book are categorized as look like when I start looking back at the past through the lens of the present,
Mhm.
and then the second chapter mainly focuses on my journey
Mhm.
on mental health. And then I have also spoken about my career choices
Mhm.
and romantic relationship. And last segment is my poems. So that is about it.
Wonderful. So this is your third book, right?
Right, right, right. These are other two books, that is Embrace the Tiny Pieces of the Soul and Ahana, the Musings of an Indian Misfit. These are the other two books.
Hmm. So this is your third book. Before that, you have written short stories.
Yeah, yeah. This
Yeah.
Embrace the Tiny Pieces of the Soul is a collection of 10 short stories.
Wow. So what? See, you have written short stories. Now you have written poem. So according to you, which form of storytelling is more challenging, or which form of storytelling you like more?
So for me, storytelling through poems, like as I just narrated, that is my favorite genre.
Hmm.
But also short stories is I connect with it. It's one of my second favorite genre, short stories.
Hmm.
Because in a in a very small period of time, for few minutes, you can make a huge impact on the reader. For me, the challenging aspect is writing a novel, which I'm trying to do now. I'm writing a book on women empowerment and like not women. It's a struggle. It's a story of three women in the different phases of their life. One is 40 years old, one is 20 years old, and one is from a different background altogether. So it is about their journey and the empowerment and the the successes and the journey of these three women and how it intertwines. So all of those things are also around their like one important subject which I want to touch upon, which is kind of a taboo subject which I am touching upon, the sexual empowerment of women through this book as well. So that is also very important, is what I believe. So that is also a part of this book. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Apurva, for giving us your time. Thank you.
It was great talking to you.